Welcome to the video tutorial Data Management for GCS. This tutorial is for users that are already familiar with GCS. In case you do not have experience with GCS yet, we recommend to watch the GCS Basic Function tutorial first. GCS stands for Geodetic Calculation Services. It is a web-based tool that can be used for the calculation of geographic aeronautical data and corresponding data validations. It is developed by Solitech Software Solutions. In this little GCS tutorial, you will learn how to save a calculated point, to make a bulk upload of points using the CSV import, and subsequently how to look up these points in order to reuse them for calculations. Okay, let's start. First we will check out how we can save a calculated point. To show that, we will perform a direct calculation as example. We enter the coordinates of a point for the latitude north 48 degrees, 6 minutes and 39.10 seconds. For the longitude east 16 degrees, 34 minutes and 15.02 seconds. In the next step, we enter the bearing, for example, 285 degrees, and keep the default true value. We populate the distance, for example,
28.8 nautical miles.
We keep the reference system ellipsoid WGS84. We press the calculate button and receive the corresponding output result. Basically, the coordinates of the calculated point. Now let's assume we want to reuse that calculated point for other calculations. Therefore, we want to save the calculated point. We can simply do that by using the Save button. We just have to give the calculated point a designator. For example, CP001, and press OK. Now we want to use the lookup function in order to use this point as input data for another calculation. Therefore, we just have to press the corresponding lookup button. A little dialog window opens that allows us to search for and select any point that has been saved to the system. We confirm the selection with the OK button and can see that the corresponding data, latitude, longitude and magnetic variation is populated into the corresponding fields. We enter some values of bearing and distance, and perform another calculation based on the point we just saved before.
The saved point can be used for any other GCS calculation whenever needed.
Now let's assume we want to load a bunch of points from an external source, which we need for our calculations, into GCS. Therefore, we will use the CSV import function. Via the Data menu, we open the CSV import screen. On this screen, we can browse for a CSV file that contains the points we want to upload. Note that the CSV file has to have a particular structure, as it is explained in the text below the Browse field, and that the maximum file size is limited to 10 megabytes. we want to upload a file named testdata_3 which contains 5 waypoints having designators from CSV 01 to CSV 05. Therefore, we click the Browse button and select the corresponding CSV file which is located on our local hard drive. Then we click the Upload button. A little message window provides information about the upload. Note: in case you have already stored a point in GCS with the same designator as in the CSV file, the data of the old point will be overwritten. The little message will provide information of how many points within the CSV file have been created as new points and how many already existing points have been updated. Note that in case there is a problem with the CSV file, for example, in case the structure of the file is not as expected, this message screen will provide the corresponding information. In our case, we just confirm the message, noticing that we have 4 new points and 1 point was modified. Now we want to see how we can use the uploaded points for our calculations. Therefore, we will open the bearing calculation. We click the Lookup button for the first point, and in the dialog window we search for the point with the designator CSV 01. which we just uploaded to the GCS. We select GCV 01 and confirm. The corresponding data are loaded into the P1 data fields. We enter a bearing of 30 degrees, true, and repeat the same step for the second point, but in this case we use the point with the designator CSV 02. We enter a bearing of 310 degrees, true, and execute the calculation, returning the corresponding intersection result for the 2 bearings. That's it. In order to provide us your feedback of any kind, reporting bugs, suggesting enhancements or new features for future versions of GCS, or simply to let us know what you think about GCS, please use our Provide Feedback function. Just enter a summary, a description, and select the affected version of GCS, and press the Submit button. Okay, so we are at the end of our tutorial. You have seen how to use the Save, Lookup, and the CSV import functionalities of GCS. For more specific information, please check out the other video tutorials available or the GCS user guide, which you can find on the adq-suite.io website. We hope you enjoyed this little video. Thank you for your attention. Servus, für Gott, and goodbye.